back to the National Sandbag News live stream from the Soboba Casino in Jacinto, California. Semi-final action in the Fast Forward class. And Robert Skidmore out of Phoenix over on the far side. And Art Cronin from St. Diego area here in the Meltdown car. Definitely unexpected. That's why we race them on the track and not on paper. Art Cronin takes the win. 348 at 75 miles an hour gets around Robert Skidmore's 385. Wow. That was definitely unexpected. Robert Skidmore actually set the new hayfield world record, or fast forward world record in the first round. He ran 2.70, backed up by a 71 from yesterday. And they were going to try to get in the 60s in this round. And it looked like the car launched a little bit soft, and then he was out of power by the time he got to half track. Art Cronin, he had problems right at the hit, and he stayed in it and got around him down on the other end. So Art Cronin's going to the final in the Fast Force class. I believe that's the first time Robert Skidmore has been defeated in this class, and he was undefeated last year. He won the first two events of this season, so he had a winning streak of 5 races, and he just went down there. So it's going to open the door for either Art Cronin or the winner of this pair. It's going to be Chris Laufer on the far side. The Sand Hater Dragster. First time out with this car for the VW Paradise team. They're actually the world record holders on asphalt for the 4-cylinder cars. They're coming out with the sand car for this event. May see him more in the future. But that's Chris Laufer over there, and he's up against Mario Tavares, the Potter Rod Dragster. Potter team. They actually set the mile-per-hour record. Yesterday, they went 125 miles an hour. So both ends of the 4-cylinder record have been broken this weekend. So it's going to be Chris Laufer in the far lane, Mario Tavares in the near lane. Chris Laufer goes 302 at 120. Mario Tavares had a sizable starting line advantage. The car looked like it was on a decent run, but it hooked hard to the right to the center about half track, and he had to lift. So the win light to Chris Laufer. So the final round in the Fast Force class coming up, it'll be Chris Laufer versus Art Cronin. jump in here in the near lane, Jimmy to pass in the far lane. Goes 431, best pass so far with the new ride, trying to work the bugs out of it. Jimmy to pass in the far lane, he hooked hard and went really hard left and wisely got out of it. Jimmy to pass in the far lane was actually your Pro Mod Unlimited winner this weekend. I guess that'd be considered his single for the final. It was supposed to be him and Derek Balkunis in the final, and Jimmy made the call, so Jimmy to pass, far lane was your winner in Pro Mod Unlimited this weekend. We are going to clean the track and come back with either going to be top alcohol or top eliminator. I know both classes are in the lane. And then we got top fuel coming up soon as well. Top fuel, they're going to make one more test pass, and then they will run their final round and the round after that. So Dennis and Matt Ludlow will come up and make another run, and then they'll come back for all the marbles later on. You're watching the National SCSDA News live stream presented by Good Vibrations Motorsports. We're here at the Soboba Casino in San Jacinto, California for the SCSDA Hammer Down Nationals. We're in the middle of round, well, for most classes it's round 2 of eliminations of the heads-up categories. We're just starting first round of the pro bracket classes. We have first round of the motorcycle pro bracket classes then. And then when this is over, we'll go to the car categories. Still got a pretty good crowd here. As we get late in the afternoon, there's a crowd over here. On the spectator side, definitely a lot of bodies over there. Back in the shade, watching some 300-foot sand drag racing here at the Soboba Casino. So we'll have top alcohol and top eliminator coming up. Pretty wild to see that upset we just saw there in the Fast Force class. Like I said, Robert Skidmore had won 5 races in a row in that category, and he had something break out there about 60 foot out or so, and he was out of power. Allowed Art Cronin to get around him for the win. So your final in the Fast Force class. Wow. It's gonna be Art Cronin and Chris Loffer. Big shout out to our friends at Good Vibrations Motorsports for all their help this weekend. They're the presenting sponsor of the NSDN live stream. So big shout out to those folks. check out their cool funny car in the banner. Tractors are back, so we will be getting ready for our next group of cars to come out. It appears to be tap alcohol, but not 100% sure. Got a pretty strong breeze crosswind down track, but really no bearing on what's going on here on the race surface. Just making things a little dusty down there in the shutdown area. It's all good though. Get ready for tap alcohol semifinals. So our first pair up in tap alcohol is going to be Pedro Villa in the Express tap alcohol dragster, up against Gary Mink, your #1 qualifier. So it looks like Pedro's coming over here in the near lane. Pedro, longtime sand drag campaigner, running in the tap alcohol class. He had a nice blown alcohol Jeep before that. Really run well this year, running his personal best with a 250 at the last race. But he ran 253 his best of the weekend here in round 1, so we'll see what he can do on this round. Wow! And it's gonna be Gary Mink on the far side, your #1 qualifier. He ran 245 for the #1 spot, and then he backed it up with a 247 on his round 1 bye. So Gary had the choice of lanes, and he picked the right lane. Seems like the lane of choice at the moment, as both cars that had lane choice in the Fast Fours class took the right lane. One thing that definitely comes into play, I'm not sure about right now, but it will soon. The sun, as it goes down, will shine really directly into the bulbs on the left side of the tree. It makes it very hard to see. So as the sun goes down, it becomes increasingly hard to see the lights. So I think that's why a lot of guys try to choose the right lane here. At least they've got the blinder to help shade the lights there. So the crew's getting the starters attached, getting the battery packs hooked up, and they're going to fire them up here in just a moment. Tap alcohol semifinals. unfortunately, we had an incident on the other end with Pedro Villa. Wow. He got over in the center there and lost it. So crews are going to go down. Safety crew, Dave and the boys are on hand down there. Motorsport Safety Solutions. They'll check on everything, and we'll let you guys know when we have word on Pedro. We're going to go off alive for a little bit. Gary Mink and 246 for the win there, but our thoughts are with Pedro Villa right now, and hopefully he's okay. We'll keep you guys posted. Thanks.